Yeah. All right, well, down at the bottom of the map, we have, again, our Zerg player. I've done his introduction like 8 times today. He is...
I am Lushira.
Moltrap, why don't you take the other one?
All right, I will.
Go for it. Yes.
Here's our Terran player. He's just recently gotten in.
And
Up now, matches.
jjakji.
I think
Beautifully
it's been too
done.
long to do very much there with that one.
It was good. It's concise.
Hey, you know, I figured out what that song was about.
Oh, yeah?
From earlier, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the band, they were talking about, they wanted to get a pet.
Uh-huh.
Right? And
Right.
they weren't sure what to get, but then it occurred to them, let's get a full.
I'm going to start crying on air. Oh, all right. Well,
you know what
there's
someone
the
tweeted
barracks.
me?
What?
They said, I'm on a roll, roll.
Oh, make it stop. Make it stop. There's a gas being made by jjakji.
Was Lenok ever in Code S before?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay. Then
then he would be.
he has requalified to Code S.
Yeah, I guess so.
I didn't know he'd been in
Well,
Code
there
S
you go.
before. I forgot about that.
How
so
could I
there you
forget
go.
Lenok?
I don't know, man.
This is just what that song does to me, man.
I made Doa with that song, with those bad jokes, forget about his own fanboy crush. Getting
What
back
can I say,
in
man?
Code
It's
S.
just how I feel.
He owned up his groups yesterday,
Yes,
too.
he did, man. If you guys missed that, that was Lucira playing at his, that was, what am I talking about? I'm going crazy here. That was Lenok playing at his Lenoctopusiest. It was the best he could possibly play.
He was definitely playing at a Code S level this entire season.
Oh, yeah. He definitely was. He did lose some Marine King in the Code A semifinals, but overall played very, very well. So definitely go check those VODs out if you missed it. Now that I spoiled it. And yeah, so it looks like pretty quick factory, judging from the positioning, probably going to be a Reactor Hellion Expand. Don't really need a second gas for that, excuse me, anyways, so it doesn't hurt jjakji that much that Lucira stole it. Yeah, there you go. Reactor being started there. And Lucira using the opportunity to drone up quite a bit. So both players playing relatively safe right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Lucira just getting his economy going. He did go for the pool first, so you know he has to kind of catch up now in drones.
Yep, that's very, very true. Lucira already getting his anti-Hellion configuration going in his main. It's a biodome. This is such a small biodome, though. I mean, it's like a biodome for like a bonsai tree or something.
Now Lucira, really, he's only making a couple Zerglings, and unfortunately, the thing is when you go for the pool first, it's almost defensive, and you need to catch up economy. So you start building drones and what have you right afterwards. You know, you take your drones out of gas after you have enough for metabolic boost. But usually, if you do that, if you have that pool first, you want to make use of it. You want to put pressure on your opponent. It's usually not possible because they'll just wall in. But in this case, jjakji didn't wall in, but Lucira still missed his opportunity to do that. So jjakji is a little bit ahead in that sense, I would say. Because he's...
Well, apparently we were just informed by our magic voice, otherwise known as Jay, the producer, that if Lucira loses, it is indeed over, actually. Yeah. Okay. So that clears some things up. So Lucira playing to survive here. We might see him back down in Code A. Of course, he did win Code A against OGS Supernova. Oh, you know, did I say that Top beat Supernova in the Code A finals? Before, I might have said that. It was actually Top that beat Beyond.
Yes.
Not Supernova.
Top versus Beyond, I remember that.
Yeah, it's been a lot of finals.
Beyond, man, he fell down. He's fallen back down to Code A now as well.
Yeah, he did.
That was a bit of a surprise.
Yep, it's true.
In any case, so jjakji, my point was is that jjakji has gotten his expansion up very safely. He hasn't felt any pressure at all, so he was able to build his expansion on the low ground, and he's doing just fine right now. And let's see what he's going to do with this factory.
Lair on the way for Lucira. He wants to try to hit that timing with Mutalisks if possible, I think, where you can get in there before the Terran player can really get a lot of anti-air out. As you can see right now, just a couple Marines out right now. Really, really heavy, Hellion heavy at the moment.
By the way, jjakji going kind of a bomber style and getting a third command center.
Okay.
Very quickly. I don't think he's quite going to expand with it. I think he's going to just make it into an orbital, have some extra mules, and then when he's ready to expand with it later, he'll have it already prepped. But there's a Roach Warren going down for Lucira.
Yeah, Roach Warren. I mean, he saw a lot of Hellions, so it makes sense to get that Roach Warren. You know, as walled off as that is, if the Hellions did somehow slip past the Queens, that would be pretty bad. Speaking of which, just killing the Creep Tumor. Yeah, we see a lot of Zerg players putting that Creep Tumor right next to the Spine Crawler now. I like that little move that everyone's doing these days.
Yeah, he left the front line. That Queen left the front line for a moment to do an inject, but the Hellions didn't want to risk going in there. They could have easily been blocked by Zerglings.
Oh, Roach speed. Okay, that's going to help a little bit too. Lucira does like his Roaches. It's true. He's a player to get Roaches on occasion, getting the upgrades as well. And Roaches, you know, at the appropriate timings can be pretty tough to deal with for the Terran player once in a while. But
Lucira with all 4 gas now, by the way.
Yeah, as long as jjakji gets enough tanks, then he should be okay.
Yeah, he has been getting out tanks. He needs to be careful with them, but he does have 2 out. A 3rd is on the way. No siege mode yet, though. And he's really doing some good harassment with these Hellions. He lost 1 or 2, but he's killed a lot of Zerglings. Killed some Creep Tumors, harassed the Queens.
Now, we actually saw jjakji get that siege mode a little bit later last time, too. And that's actually okay. I mean, you don't need to get siege mode immediately after building siege tanks. So we see more and more players kind of holding off with it. You can use the Gats for things like Stim, +1 that we're seeing, just because he's got enough stuff right now that he really just doesn't need the siege mode, you know? Better to get those other upgrades that take a little bit longer.
And jjakji has, in fact, moved down and taken that 3rd base at the bottom of the map. It's going to be a little bit vulnerable. It's going to be a little bit harder for him to hold both his natural and his 3rd. If Lucira moves out with some Roaches to attack.
Yeah, Lucira getting a lot of Roaches. That +1 almost finished, getting burrowed movement, too. Oh, this could be very interesting. Lucira planning something a little bit tricky to send it Hoso jjakji. Yeah, this could be very interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no mutas on the way or anything like that, and he knows it. So there's no reason to get turrets right now. So no detection at all, no. Oh,
he is getting 1 turret. He's getting 1 turret, I believe, at his front. Probably. I don't have control of the camera, so I can't see for sure.
He has a turret in the... Maybe he still doesn't know if there's no mutas, actually, because he does have a turret in the supply line of his 3rd.
Well, the turret at the natural does keep you safe against things like that burrowed Roach aggression. Be more likely for Lucira to try to kill the natural, really, and all the SCVs there than directly attack the main. But we'll have to see what his plan is here. He is moving in a direction that would take him towards the natural instead of that 3rd base.
Yeah, the 3rd would definitely be an easier target at this point. All the tanks are up at the natural, but they can, of course, just move. Tanks do have the ability to roll to other locations.
They do.
Yeah.
They were built that way. It's true. And here come the Roaches. Siege mode is not done yet. Is it going to be enough Roaches to really do the damage, though? Burrowed movement just finishing right about now. I'm curious to see if Lucira is going to try to just burrow his way in there. Oh, it looks like he's going to as well.
Very late siege mode, though.
Complete wall off, though. So the Roaches aren't going to be able to get through.
You cannot burrow underneath buildings.
Trying to maybe draw some units out with that Roach. Oh, here we go! Surprising him, those supply depots are going to go down. Yeah, siege mode did finish in time. SCV's coming off the line. Is it going to be enough to push back Lucira? Looks like it is. Oh, scanning to take down those Roaches. He's going to go after the 3rd, though. That's still enough Roaches to do a little bit of damage. Oh, he did lift off.
Preemptively lifted off that 3rd, yeah.
Yeah, he did, okay.
Floated all the way back into his natural once he realized what was coming.
jjakji is just playing so smart. I'm really impressed.
Yeah.
It's going to be difficult for him now, but...
Siege mode came in just in time.
Could have been a lot worse.
So I like how he's left a burrowed Roach where that 3rd would land again.
Yeah.
Next to the Automaton.
The Automaton blocking from landing too, so everything conspiring against jjakji now.
I think neutral units will move out of the way.
They
won't block
will.
the buildings.
Yeah, they actually don't. I was just joking.
I know. I'm just letting the newbies at home know.
All right. Oh, the Marines have to stim to take out the Roach before the scan finishes.
Oh, is he going to crawl? Is he going to tunnel out of... range. He stays out of range long enough so that Roach survives. He should run it right back in now. Block it again. Oh, it's too late. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah. Now, Lucier's going to be moving into kind of a more normal Mutiling Baneling composition. And we see that fairly often where Zergs will make a decent amount of roaches, do some pressure, try to stop the third for a little bit, and then go back into more standard.
Well, I mean, and those roaches are going to be handy to have around later, too.
He is making 16 mutas right now.
Whoa.
That's going to be a bit of a surprise because he made a ton of roaches as well. So he's really got jjakji thinking that he's committed to roaches when in fact, he's pretty committed to mutas right now.
Yeah, man. Now he does have the injury bay. He does have some turrets around.
Yeah.
But none in the natural. Couple going up in the main.
Well, 16 mutas, man. He's making 20. Oh, no, it's Zerglings. Never mind. Making 2 more. So that is still going to be a lot of mutas to deal with.
Okay, he does know about the Spire, actually. He just must have scanned it.
Oh, yeah, he scanned it, yep.
So he's going to be prepared.
And here comes the first batch of mutas. That one Marine with those turrets is not going to be enough. How much does Lucira want to commit to this? I'm kind of wondering. He can take out the turrets very quickly. And this could do some damage. jjakji needing to pull back all his Marines here. A lot of SCVs getting killed. Lucira, this is exactly what he needed.
Wow, he just killed a dozen and a half workers there. Very nice little snipe on those SCVs, putting him down to only 55 SCVs.
Yeah, oh, more SCVs.
More.
Yeah,
I told you, no turrets at the natural, so he's not even going to be able to have to deal with turrets first.
Yeah, he made a lot of mutas, so he'll be able to do some pretty decent harassment with this. He's going to be able to keep jjakji on his toes.
But Thor is here.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit careful, though. Yeah, now that he's got some Thors out, he should be a little bit safer.
And
plus 3 infantry on the way, too.
Some harassment going on here. Down at the third base of jjakji, Joe. We're going to have some roaches moving in.
Down at the third base of jjakji, there are roaches.
There they are.
More SCVs dying, the worker count diminishing. A lot of workers getting killed right now. Oh, those roaches aren't going to make it. But yeah, 37 SCVs killed right now by Lucira. That is going to give him a significant lead. 85 drones to 43 SCVs at the moment.
Yeah, Lucira actually, even if you just kind of look at the map, you could look at the creep everywhere. He's got 4 bases. He's got 50 lings and 5 infestors in production. He's got enough drones to support all 4 of those bases. jjakji is going to lose the econ game. He's got a large force, though. If he goes to attack, he could shut down Lucira before his economy gets too insane. Theoretically.
Before his SCVs start like pulling in all the extra minerals. Like, insane.
Yes, exactly.
Insane difficulty AI. Well, Zergling counterattack at the third. Killing
get
even
those
more.
depots up.
Well, Lucira's basically got jjakji on the run right now. It's going to be really tough for him to come back and do some damage. Lucira's doing such a good job of keeping jjakji in his base.
And he's forcing him to scan to kill burrowed Zerglings, so a victory of itself.
That's right.
Oh,
whoa.
That was actually...
Almost taking out the planetary.
I didn't see what happened there, but that planetary almost
Banelings happen, Mole Trap. Banelings. Greater Spire on the way, but jjakji doesn't have a scan to see it. You have to use all those scans for the burrowed Banelings.
And Lucira's just got so much money, he's just building tons of Zerglings to replace all this.
Yeah.
Not too many Banelings, though. He's going to have to depend on Fungals.
There's a
he
nice
Fungals the Marines. The Banelings are going to polish him off. Is he going to have enough for all that mech, though? No, falls back. Too much bio as well.
Yep.
Lots of medevacs.
Lucira's just going to counterattack with those lings, too. I mean, he knows where jjakji is. He can do a ton of damage, take out the production facilities, theoretically. He's hoping.
Yeah, he can lose that base because he's got others. And he's just trying to buy time for those Broodlords to get out. Greater Spire's almost finished. We have Corruptors hatching. This counterattack's going to kill a lot of SCVs.
Yep, Command Center can lift off, but all the SCVs are going to die. jjakji pulling back again. jjakji just can't move out.
This is how we saw him lose that game before, man. He instead of trading, he went back home to defend. And I'm not saying he should have traded right now, but forcing him to go back home and defend is how he was defeated by Lucira, right? Was it Lucira that beat him before?
Well, actually, jjakji beat Lucira. I believe it was
Czech
that beat jjakji.
That's right, Czech.
It's been a lot of games today, man.
Czech beat him by doing those counterattacks.
Yeah.
So Lucira trying to do the same thing here. jjakji moving across the map again.
Their Broodlord's on the way though, Mole Trap, and not a Viking in sight. Only medevacs being produced. jjakji's in huge trouble right now.
More Zerglings are on the way as well. He has several infestors, each with one, or actually most of them have 2 fungals.
I love
that could be actually pretty huge.
I love that Lucira burrowed those Zerglings a little bit out of the way so we can unburrow them later and keep harassing the third.
Yep.
And here we go.
And Lucira sending Zerglings into the main at the same time.
Yep.
But he's going to have to deal with these Broodlords moving in. They're targeting down the Goliaths, which are the main sort of anti-air here. There's those Zerglings doing lots of work to the reinforcements.
Well, here's the thing is that, you know, the Marines can't even get up front to shoot at the Broodlords because of all the infestors there, so.
That's right. Oh no, whoa.
Ooh.
Fungal, that was close.
Yep.
I don't know what happened to his medevacs. Okay, his medevacs are still there, so if he gets fungal, doesn't necessarily mean his Marines will all die, but
yeah,
this is looking bad.
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough for jjakji. He's still got a good amount of supply. He's really powering off 2 bases. His macro is actually really good. I mean, he's produced just about as many units as you possibly could.
There he goes in for an attack. Fungal on everything. Everything gets fungaled. He's got more fungals yet. All the other Marines get fungaled as well. Tons of Marines dying here with the double fungal.
Wow.
The Broodlord's trying to clean up, but jjakji's just stimming everything forward. Just had too many Marines.
Yeah,
and
look
it's
at
going
that.
to push this back.
Very interesting. Looks like Lucira's going to lose a couple Broodlords there. He's got Corruptors on the way as well for more Broodlords and to also handle the Vikings theoretically that might be coming out. Morphing in 2 more Broodlords, but jjakji did handle that. If jjakji can hold this off, man, that'll be amazing.
Well, here's the thing. At the end of all that, jjakji held it off.
Yep.
Lucira has 81 harvesters and jjakji has 41 that are not mining very well.
That Broodlord's not going to make it.
Because almost, yeah, actually I don't even know where all his harvesters are.
Well, either way, I mean, Lucira's basically taking the entire map right now while jjakji is still on 1 base, essentially. He's only mining from 1 base, really.
Yeah, he's barely mining in his main, and his natural. His 3rd is just landed. It was lifted before. He doesn't have many SCVs at his 4th.
Adrenal glands being researched. That's kind of fun.
Oh, yeah. That'll be fun. Especially since he's going so Zergling heavy.
Yeah.
The Zerglings are almost 3-3 upgraded, by the way.
Oh, this is so good by Lucira. Making jjakji use all his scans instead of use mules.
Yeah, he needs those mules right now, too. His income is 1/3 of Lucira's at the moment.
Yeah, well, Lucira's playing jjakji like he plays his piano, I'm sure. He owns that piano.
Yep. And jjakji sending an SCV to the north gets a scope of just how bad off he is, sees how many bases Lucira has, and scans there, sees all these infestors, and doesn't want to commit there.
Yep. Well, the upgrades are looking pretty good for jjakji. He's doing okay, trying to make things work. His 3rd just keeps getting harassed, so he keeps needing to lift it. Has to use another scan to take out the Zerglings to even land it again.
Yeah, they are on even upgrades right now, and jjakji does have a bunch of Vikings out now.
jjakji did take a 4th as well.
Lucira, though, he's maxed. jjakji has 130 supply. Lucira is maxed and is just going to start banking money at this point.
Yep. Planetary is still in pretty good shape for jjakji, though, so he's still got, you know, that base at least.
I was just about to say, you know what he should do? He should just Baneling break that planetary, and
yeah,
that is enough Banelings to break a planetary, actually.
Plus 3 flyer attacks on the way for Lucira. I mean, he's in a position where he can just basically get whatever he wants now. Vikings are out.
But there's Corruptors and Infestors.
Yep. Fungal growth could definitely ruin jjakji's day for that
careful.
as well. Whoa.
Oh, he's got Ghost if he can get some good EMPs.
He does EMP the Infestors. He gets quite a few of them. And Lucira needs to pull back a little bit. No, he decides to go for it anyway, taking out the 2 tanks. He's still got some Fungals left on those Infestors. jjakji trying to split as best he can, but oh man.
Lucira being a little bit indecisive there, kind of going in and falling back, not committing to the Baneling attacks. Oh, he's gonna fungal. Oh my gosh, he's gonna kill him.
Oh, the Thor gets away. Woo. Man, that Thor is really low on health too. Yeah, Planetary getting sieged by the Broodlords.
Thor is at 10 hit points, but now that the Planetary is going to get killed, that is pretty much all of jjakji's economy.
That's the end of the game, man.
Only mining his 3rd. Lucira is just on fire.
Well, Lucira is 120 supply ahead. jjakji is on 0. Well, 1 mining base right now, but not mining too well. So as soon as Lucira takes that out, GG, there it is. And Lucira keeps himself alive. Wow, he does not want to get into Code A. It's like so easy.
Oh man, he wants to stay in Code S. jjakji.
Wow.
If he'd won that would have been it.
Yeah, we're not done yet, I guess. We're going to have, I think the...
jjakji is going to be playing Czech next.
Okay.
I believe. We're going to find out in just a second. But that would stand to reason since in this playoff set,
so
in the sort of tiebreakers, we haven't had that yet.
So then
what will happen is if Czech wins, then he will definitely make it into the up and down matches. Or definitely make it into Code S, and I believe then Lucira would as well. Since jjakji would then be 0-2, Lucira 1-1, and Czech 2-0.
Well, jjakji's not 0-2 yet because he only played 1 game.
Yes, so if Czech beats him, he would be 0-2.
Oh, yeah, then he would be 0-2.
Yeah, so basically what's going to happen, Czech and jjakji are going to play, and if jjakji beats Czech, then they're tied again, and we'd have to do another round.
Okay. And that could happen, too.
That could happen.
Because Czech is definitely not as strong in TVZ as Lucira is. However, was Czech the Zerg that beat jjakji in the... I don't know. It's been a long night. Let's get into it. It's going to be dual site. Yeah. I feel like I'm casting one of those all-day NA online events before I came out here. But it's fun, man. I mean, we're getting to see a lot of really interesting games today. That CVZ between Czech and Lucira was just so cool. Really neat.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was a lot of fun to watch. And so they're getting ready. The map is going to be dual site.
Yep.
So even though Czech is historically not very good at ZVT, this map is historically good at ZVT. So it might help him out a little bit.
Czech's
We're going to get into the game here in just a moment. It is all on the line for jjakji. He has fought tooth and nail to get here, even ended up with a 3-1 record in the group, and he still has to win one more game to keep himself alive right here. If he loses, he's out. Down to Code A. Czech needs this win to assure his Code S spot. We're going to find out who wins what happens in just a moment.
Let's get